Getting trouble. Let's see. Is it better? Okay. Just give me a moment, okay? Just give me a moment. We'll start. Okay. Uh, in the last class, hey Yashin, I see you have arrived. So in the last class, we discussed about what Splunk does, what is Splunk, and what Splunk does. So can somebody tell me what is Splunk? Do you guys remember what is Splunk? I think some of you have joined the demo. So what do you think Splunk is? Anyone?
Is Splunk is nothing but a Google search in log data.
Okay. Okay, it's monitoring the data. Okay. What else can it do? Let me. I'm sorry. Somebody said something. Hey Yashin. Yeah, I can see your name here. Yeah. So yeah, Splunk can monitor log files. You can use it as a monitoring tool, but along with that, it can also be used as a business analytic tool or an operational and intelligence tool. For example, in operational intelligence, you can check if uh, anything, any issue. Because normally, what a monitor does, I mean, I guess some of you might have heard about some other monitors. Uh, so normally, what a monitor does, it will keep checking some condition which is already defined. It will keep checking the condition. It will check for the particular threshold value. If the data reaches that threshold value, it will, or sometimes it goes below the threshold value, it will alert us, right? So that is what the monitor does. But not all the monitors tell you what the trend was, what could be the proactive measure for that, on all those things, right? The aggregation and other things. So along with the monitoring, Splunk also does aggregation, the operational intelligence, the business analytics part. So we'll cover this when we move on to the deeper part. So now I told you about how the you know one second. Yeah, so this relationship, I think I explained you about it, right? In the demo. So I'm not. So after that, here is just the architecture. So I'm not going to that. Before before we start, we need to now understand a couple of things. So how Splunk get the data, right? So when we say that Splunk analyze logs, Splunk does these monitor logs, Splunk does that. Okay. I'm not covering the configuration yet. Probably we'll do it within a couple of levels. But still, you should know something about how Splunk gets the data. This is how, not this, sorry. So this is how Splunk works. You can see the screen, right? Let me know if you have any question or you have any trouble seeing the screen or hearing. So these are the systems that we have. So this is the firewall, this is the router, and then they will send the data to the then yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Did you have any question?
You have a lot of background noise that is making your voice not clear.
Background noise. Is everybody hearing that? Because I think it's better now. Last time I was hearing background noise, but I think it's better now. Is
Yeah,
everybody facing?
background voice. Yeah, we are also using the background voice.
Voice is not clear.
1 second. Let me check. Background
I
noise.
cannot hear anything.
Is it better now? Can you hear me?
More or less.
Right?
Guys, now we're kind of getting better, so do that again.
Okay, I'll keep this and I'll speak louder. Okay, so now what I was telling you is the before moving forward, we need to know how Splunk they get the data. I'm not going to the configuration part, but we still need to know how Splunk gets the data. So on a high level, these are the systems you have, right? Like this is a Solaris system. This is I think this is a Solaris system. This is Linux. This is the Windows system. Then you have firewalls and routers and some other systems. So these are the systems they will send you the data. Now in Splunk, I'll take this here. That's much better. So these are the systems: the log files, API configuration, messages, alert. So all those systems they send the data. The OS can be anything. It is OS independent. You don't have to bother about this infrastructure right now because you will you may not have to consider this, but still I'm telling you so that at least you know how the data is pushed into Splunk. So now all these files, I mean all these systems, they create log files. They send the files to the indexes. Now the indexers get the data, and one more thing you need to remember that as indexers get the data, since it's a big data part, right? Like if you remember in my last class, I told you that Splunk is part of big data. So uh, they, when the data has been pushed, you cannot rely on only one node. You need to have multiple nodes. Normally, people what we do is we prefer at least more than one node so that the data will be replicated. Some of you might know, remember, I'm not sure if you heard about big data or if you know about big data. In big data, since the data is huge, right? So we always rely on multiple systems and we replicate the data. Now, sorry, we replicate the data. Here, we have three indexers and the data has been replicated to three indexers. Now, there is another, from coming to the user standpoint, okay? So from user standpoint, when you fire the query, there is another system called search head. They get the query, they divide the job, break the job into certain things or certain segments, and then they send the instructions to the indexers, and the indexers will fire, indexers store the data. The indexers are basically the databases. They store the data, but you cannot compare that with a conventional database. So the search hits, fire the query, break the queries, or break the job, fire it to the indexers. Indexers get the data, send it to search it, they collate it, and send the results to the users. So that is how Splunk works. I'll repeat. uh, from the systems, the logs are pushed into Splunk,